Hey lovelies, welcome back. For those who haven't practiced with me before, my name is Tereena. This is your sunset flow, a perfect way to enter into your evening and melt away the day. Finding a ragdoll position to start with towards the top of the mat, so bring the feet hip distance apart, maybe even a little wider. Grabbing hold of the elbows, fold the body over the legs, maybe even have a sway from side to side. You also have the option to bend into the knees here, maybe even exaggerate the bend into the knees so you can find an extra long spine. Allow the weight of the head and the arms to pull you a little bit closer towards the floor, helping to decompress the spine. Remembering, as your teacher for today's practice, I am merely guiding you through the class. It is completely up to you as to how far you want to take it today. Taking two more deep breaths. And then eventually releasing the hands down towards the floor for your Uttanasana forward fold. Then take an inhale, bring the hands to the shins, lengthen the spine, find your halfway lift. Exhale, folding over. Taking this a few more times, coming up, lengthen the spine, try to find a nice long spine, flat back. And then fold to your Uttanasana, two more, inhale. And fold in. Last one, again feel free to keep those knees bent, they do not have to be straight. And folding down. Then bringing the right hand to the center of the mat. On your next exhale, open up the left hand towards the ceiling. The gaze may want to follow, but if that's uncomfortable in the neck, feel free to look down or maybe just out towards the side. Let's go opposite way. Left hand replaces right. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling, opening up the chest towards the right. Trying to keep the hips nice and square. One more each side. Right hand comes down towards the mat. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. And go in the opposite way. Left hand lands on the mat. Open up the right chest. Then releasing the right hand to meet the left down towards the mat. Coming up slightly with the torso so you can interlace the hands behind the back. Try to squeeze the palms of the hands together and fold the body back over. Arms come up and away from the lower back as much as you can. Then take an inhale, bend into the legs, sink nice and deep. Exhale, straighten and fold. Three more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, fold. Last two. This might feel weird on the body. Just go as far as you can today or as far as you want to. Last one. Keep squeezing those palms to encourage the chest to stay nice and open. Nice. And then release the hands out in front of you. Take one more flat back, your halfway lift. Really lift up through the chest before coming to your Tadasana. Bringing the feet hip distance if they weren't already there. Take an inhale, reach the hands up overhead. As you exhale, right hand comes behind you, left hand comes in front for a twist. Take an inhale, reach the hands up back overhead, stay in the twist. Exhale, cactus the arms and see if you can pull the right shoulder blade a little bit further back to go deeper into your twist. Inhale, bring the hands up, bring the torso back to center. Let's go left side, so left hand comes behind us, right hand comes in front. Inhale, coming back up with the hands. Exhale, cactus. Open up the chest. One more each side. Inhale, coming up. Torso comes to neutral. Exhale, opening up to the right. Hands raise up towards the ceiling before exhaling, cactus those arms. Coming up with the arms to go opposite way on your exhale. Left hand comes back. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, cactus. Take an inhale, come back to center, release the hands down, and then turn to the side of your mat, bring the toes together, finding a Tadasana here, hands come towards the side. We're going to take a moon salutation here. Take an inhale, reach the hands up overhead, interlace the fingers. As you exhale, leaning over towards the right, side body stretch. Take an inhale, come back to center. Exhale, go the opposite way. Inhaling, stepping the left foot to the back of the mat, taking a wide-legged stance. As you exhale, bend into the knees, finding your goddess pose. Then coming out, pivot the feet round to left toes facing back of the mat, release the left hand down towards the floor for your Utthita Trikonasana. One breath here. Keep the feet where they are, releasing the right hand down to frame that front foot, facing towards the back of the mat. Then bending into the left leg, drop the right knee down towards the floor. As you exhale, sink into your crescent lunge, maybe even taking a little bit of a back bend to find and replicate that crescent moon position. And then coming forward with the torso, frame the front foot so you can open out into your Skandasana. If the heel isn't quite reaching towards the floor or touching the floor, that is absolutely fine. Work to where your body is today. Maybe even challenge yourself by bringing the hands to heart center, then shifting yourself over to the opposite side. And then we're going to take this reverse on the opposite leg. So bring the left knee down towards the floor, come into the front of the mat in your crescent lunge, right leg is forward. Frame the front foot with the hands, tuck the back toes under, step it forward slightly to find your pyramid pose. Hands reach down towards the floor, option to use your blocks or any other props that you may have next to you. Eventually opening back up to an Utthita Trikonasana, right fingertips reach down towards the floor, left fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then coming back up, sinking into your goddess pose. Sit nice and strong in the thighs. And then stepping the right leg to meet the left at the back of the mat. Take an inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, leaning over towards the left. Coming back to center. And reaching towards the right. And eventually coming back to your Tadasana. We're going to do all of that on the opposite side. A full cycle of a moon salutation goes both left and right. So take an inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, lean over towards the left. We'll be journeying towards the top of the mat this time, coming to center before going over towards the right. Lifting the right knee up, stepping it out nice and wide before sinking into your goddess pose. Pull the shoulders backwards, shoulder blades reach towards each other, open up those knees, squeeze the thighs. Straighten up the legs, right toes face the top of the mat, reaching the right fingertips towards the mat, left hand reaches up towards the ceiling, gaze wants to follow. Then release the left hand down, framing the front foot. Taking a breath here. Before dropping that back knee down towards the floor, bending into the front knee for your crescent lunge. Take a moment to set up before exhaling and sinking a little bit deeper. Again, thinking about taking that back bend if it's comfortable for you today. Frame the front foot so you can open up to your Skandasana. Eventually journeying towards the back of the mat, Skandasana on the left side. And turning to face the back of the mat for a crescent lunge on the left, opening up the hips. So take a moment to set up again, Use your exhale to sink a tiny bit deeper into that hip. Frame the front foot, tucking the toes under to come to your pyramid pose. Again, the hands does not need to be on the floor, they can rest on the shins if that's more accessible for you today. Left fingertips reach down towards the floor, right fingertips up towards the ceiling, triangle pose. Pulling the torso up so you can sink back into your nice deep goddess pose. Knees pushing backwards. And then step in the left foot to meet the right at the top of the mat. Take an inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Let's take those side stretch. Coming over towards the right first. Lift up and out of the torso. Inhale, center. Exhale towards the left. And returning back to center. Really nice. Just pivot yourself round to face the top of the mat. Take an inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And fold. Just noticing if you feel any different, maybe a little bit more open in the body. Then lifting up the right foot, pop that knee down towards the floor so it's next to the left foot on the mat. Take an inhale, reach the left hand up. As you exhale, place the arm onto the inside of that knee. And then bringing the right hand behind you, opening up the chest. Pressing the arm and the leg in towards each other to make this pose a little bit more active. Take an inhale, reach the right hand up, release the left hand. As you exhale, placing that right arm onto the outside edge of the left leg this time, twisting towards the left. Again, keep pushing the leg and the arm into each other. And then unraveling the spine, just stepping the right foot back to meet the left, landing in a halfway lift before exhaling and folding. Going opposite side, lifting the left foot off of the mat, then dropping that shin down towards the floor. As you arrive, inhale, reach the right hand up. Exhale, place it onto the inner right thigh, opening up the chest. And then eventually cactusing that left arm behind you, pulling that shoulder blade backwards to help open up the chest a little bit more. Unraveling the spine, take an inhale, left hand comes up. Exhale, go opposite way, so placing the arm onto the outside edge of that right leg. And then eventually unraveling the spine. Coming off of that left shin, just come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Once you have, start to walk the hands out in front of you as far as they can go. Rest the head down, rest the chest down, maybe make a pillow with the hands. And stay in here for a few deep breaths. Allowing yourself to really sink and melt into this pose now. Opening up the hips. And just allowing the weight and gravity to do the work for you. Focusing on your breaths if you can. And then slowly coming up with the torso and evening out the body, so swapping the legs round, so the leg you don't usually put in the front wants to come in the front now. And eventually walk those hands back out, folding over the legs. It might feel really weird on this side, that's absolutely normal. So try to let go of any judgment if that is the case. And again, bring your attention to your breath and allow yourself to melt. Eventually coming out of this, so coming back up with the torso, remaining in a cross-legged position. Let's just finish off by releasing the shoulders and the neck. So take an inhale, scrunch the shoulders up really tight towards the ears. Exhale, just allow them to drop away. And again, inhale, scrunch the shoulders. Exhale, drop. 2 more, inhaling. And exhale, last one. Really nice. And then drop in the left ear over to the left shoulder. Take a few circles with the head. Eventually go in the opposite way. And then eventually pausing with the left ear, dropping over to the left shoulder, maybe even guide the head a little bit closer towards the shoulder by placing the hand on top of the head. Going opposite way, right ear to right shoulder, and maybe that hand wants to come on top to help you go a little bit deeper. Returning the head back to center, releasing the hands into a comfortable position, so maybe have them resting in each other. Maybe they're resting on your thighs, or maybe they're at heart center. Taking what works for you today, and closing the eyes. Taking the last minute of this practice to find some stillness, and using it as an opportunity to see any tension that may still remain in the body gently drift away.